Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, look, I just came across this video um, that really, like, freaked me out. And usually, I'm like one of them type of people that, like, don't believe in, like conspiracy theories and, and uh, what's that thing, the Illuminati and all that, like, type of stuff. I just think that, a lot of people make up different things that fit them, that's gonna help them. If I can scare you, that might help me. I mean, I do the same thing sometimes with my kids. Like, if my son is acting up, I might tell him, "Hey, all right, watch. That's why that goes. And that might scare him into taking out the garbage." So I just think that a lot of stuff that be brought up. That's why. But after watching this video, it changed my mind. Like I'm thinking like, whoa, wait a minute. Is this stuff? No. I mean, look, I really can't. I can't even talk about it. You guys got to watch it first, and then let's talk about it later. But this stuff, come on, man. Because me, being that I'm in my 30s, I remember this stuff. Like, I remember this firsthand. And a couple of this stuff, I don't want to give away the video, but a couple of these things, like, was one of my favorite things. And I'm just going to give you a clue. Like, peanut butter. I've been loving peanut butter since I was 4 years old. So, let's get into the video, man. Forget that. Let's just get into the video. Yeah, let's get into this video, dog, because you guys about to check this out. Check this out right here.
That's more the sound. Now, if I handed her these, hey.
Okay, I get it. It feels kind of... Do you mind ask, maybe?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing another video on conspiracy theories. But today's going to be a little bit different because we're only going to talk about one theory, and that's the Mandela effect. So I've done a video on this before, maybe a year or two ago, but since then there's been so much more evidence and more proof. There's been more people talking about it. It's just become so much bigger of a theory. So today we're going to go through the whole thing. So for those of you who don't know, the Mandela effect is basically when a lot of people have a memory of something, but then when you look back, it never actually happened. So for example, a lot of people remember September 11 actually taking place on September 10th. But of course, as we all know, it wasn't. So that would be a Mandela effect. And one of the theories for this happening is that some people think that we have actually switched into a different parallel universe. Or some people think that maybe somebody traveled back in time and changed something small, and then that thing affected a lot of other things. Kind of like the movie The Butterfly Effect. When Ashton Kutcher went back in time, he picked up a pencil and dropped it or something. And then when he went back to the future, a bunch of little things were different. And this makes a lot of sense to me, because think about it. Time traveling is going to be a thing. It might be 1,000 years in the future.
And I'm actually about to go and watch that movie now. After I've seen this, I'm about to go watch that movie because I've never seen that movie.
It will happen, which means that people have been traveling back and forth through time. They have to have been. And if you want to get me on an even bigger conspiracy theory, I think that UFOs are actually just time machines. Because they all look very similar, but they all kind of look a little bit different. Like maybe one was built in this year, one was built 1,000 years later. And I don't think those are aliens. I think those are just time travelers. But that's a whole nother video. So the reason it's called the Mandela effect is because a lot of people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison. But then on December 5th of 2013, Nelson Mandela died. And it confused a lot of people because they're like, I thought he already died years ago. And a lot of people thought that, which is why it's called the Mandela effect. Well, now this is where it gets creepy. So there's a book called English Alive, and it was published on October 1st of 1991. And inside of that book is a quote that says, Nelson Mandela died on the...
Read that. Read that, yo. Damn. Damn, man.
23rd of July in 1991. And that's in a book that was published years ago. And you can't put things like that in a book if they're fake or else you'll get sued. Which means that this is a piece of evidence that he actually did die a long time ago, just in an alternate universe. Oof. Fucking creeps me out. So now I'm going to go through some of the most popular examples of the Mandela effect. Once again, I've talked about some of these before. So number one, the Berenstain Bears. So everybody remembers the Berenstain Bears being spelled E-I-N. I mean, I grew up on these books and these cartoons, and I remember very specifically it was Berenstain Bears. Then I find out, nope, it's been Berenstain Bears the whole time. Every book cover people have found, every clip from the show that people have found have all said Berenstain Bears. But everybody remembers it as Berenstain. Just to give you proof, I'm going to call my mom right now. She does not know I'm calling her. And I think you guys should do the same thing. Go ask your parents if it's Berenstain or Berenstain, and I guarantee you they're going to say Berenstain. Alright, here we go.
Hey, honey, I almost missed you. I just got to the gym.
Oh, I'm doing a conspiracy theory video right now, and I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so do you remember a book series when I was a kid, and it was like a family of bears? Like there was a mom and a dad.
Oh, yeah, the Berenstain Bears.
The Berenstain Bears?
Yeah, the Bernstein or the Bearstein. One of them.
So it for sure wasn't the Berenstain Bears, right?
I remember the Bernstein Bears.
Exactly. Well, actually it was the Berenstain Bears the whole time, but for some reason we all thought it was the Bernstein Bears.
How strange.
Yeah, so technically people think that we're in an alternate universe where for some reason it changed.
Cool.
Alright. Alright, have fun at the gym.
I want a milkshake, but...
Well, there you guys go, my mom. So everybody's been freaking the fuck out over this because we all remember it being Berenstain. Well, a picture came out recently and it's gonna freak you the fuck out. So one Reddit user looked in their garage and they found a really old tape of the Berenstain Bears. They posted this picture, and on the front of the tape you can see it says the Berenstain Bears. Right. But then on the side of the same tape, it said the Berenstain Bears. Fucking crazy. Now this picture has been put through a bunch of tests. People have investigated it to make sure it's not Photoshopped, to make sure it's real, and it's fucking real. Which means that is another piece of proof that the Mandela effect is real. Now another very popular Mandela effect is Sex in the City. So everybody that I know remembers the show being called Sex in the City. And then you realize, no, it's been Sex and the City the whole time. And then recently, this came out. So here's a clip from some award shows back in the day where they called it Sex in the City.
The big guy?
Nominees for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy
Not the
Series
little girl,
are...
because it has no brain.
Kim
No,
Cattrall,
little girl.
Sex and the City. Kristen Davis, Sex and the City. Cynthia Nixon, Sex and the City, of course.
I know, fucking crazy, but that's not the only thing. Someone on YouTube who goes by the name of The Whole World's Watching posted this video. He has a fan package of Sex in the City that has like perfume and cups and stuff, and they all say Sex in the City. Check it out.
Alright, you want proof of the Mandela effect? Do you get what's going on here? Okay, I'm gonna explain it real quick because people are watching. But look, okay, everybody remembers Sex in the City. Okay, everybody remembers that. Right. But now they trying to say it wasn't Sex in the City, it's Sex and the City. And they like, when did it change? I remember when that movie came out in the 80s, it was Sex in the City. But they said no, in the 80s it was Sex and the City. So he went back and found something in the 80s that had Sex and the City. But they said no, in the 80s. So how did he get this? Now look. Sex in the City. No question what it used to be. Hard fucking evidence. And most of you are gonna say, oh, he's a graphic designer. He made the fucking box. Plus the in, you know, it's a different color. But thank God my girl still has every fucking thing in here that says it again, and again. Yeah, stamped into the fucking plastic, carved into the glass. You fucking name it. Now, I didn't go out here and make a fucking Sex in the City soaps and all this shit.
So there you go. It says Sex in the City. That's not a typo, because that's what it was. It's what we all remember. And you know what the craziest part is? I went to this video, and I went to other articles online of people talking about the Sex in the City Mandela effect, and there's a very similar comment on all of them. This comment I found says, LOL, it's always been Sex in the City. The creators even talked about it. Lay off the bong, dude. Which sounds like a pretty normal, like, angry YouTube comment. But that same exact comment was all over the internet. It was all like, lay off the bong, lay off the drugs. It's always been this. The creators have always said that. To me, kind of seems like whoever is in charge of this whole thing is like going around the internet trying to debunk it, which, I don't know, creeps me the fuck out. Another very popular effect is from the movie Snow White. And that's when the evil queen looks in the mirror and says, mirror, mirror on the wall. Or did she?
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all?
Yeah, she said magic mirror on the wall, but we all remember mirror, mirror on the wall. And then in Forrest Gump, we all remember him saying life is like a box of chocolates. Or did he?
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Life was like a box of chocolates? How come I don't remember anybody ever saying that? It's always been life is. Then probably the most famous one is we all remember in Star Wars him saying, Luke, I am your father. No, he didn't.
He told me you killed him. No, I am your father.
Yeah, he never even said Luke. This next one I just read about, which really fucking freaked me out, is Febreze. So we have all remembered Febreze, you know, that fabric spray that like makes things not smell like shit. I have always remembered it being spelled Febreze. F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E. Febreze. I literally remember going to the store and seeing it there and grabbing it. Like, I remember it being spelled like that.
Let's wash it with Febreze.
2 more ways to breathe happy.
Literally, what? That is not how it's spelled. That is not how it's spelled. It has always had 2 E's. That one fucking hurts my head. And this next one hurts my head even more. Oscar Mayer Wieners. Okay, we all remember Oscar Mayer. M-E-Y-E-R. I even remember the song. My baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name, it's M-E-Y-E-R. Isn't that how you remember it? It's how I remember it. Looking at the name Meyer, you would think it would be M-E-Y-E-R. Nope.
My baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name, it's M-A-Y-E-R.
No. Fuck no, it is not A. You know what M-A-Y-E-R is? John Mayer. That's how you say it. Mayer. Not Meyer. That's one of those ones that really fucking pisses me off because I'm like, no universe, stop fucking with me right now. Another one like that pisses me off is Jif peanut butter, which I always thought was Jiffy. I feel like I forgot.
Now, this is the one I told you that really freaked me out because, like I told you, since I was 4 years old, I liked it. Peanut butter. And I know Jiffy. Jiffy. Mom, did you get the Jiffy? I remember Jiffy. So you gonna sit here and tell me it was always Jif? No way, man.
I also thought it was Jiffy. I mean, Jiffy peanut butter. Jiffy. Like, that's how I remember it. No, it's always been Jif. And the last one we're going to talk about is Curious Little George. Now, you guys remember Curious Little George, the Curious Little Monkey. He's had his own movies, TV shows, albums. He's a cartoon monkey, and we all...
No, they changed it to Jif. But they said, no, we never changed it. In the 80s, 90s, or 70s, when it came out, it was always Jif. So how do I remember the name saying Jiffy? I remember the name. I remember even when Peter Pan made it. Because Peter Pan made his own, because I love Peter Pan, and Peter Pan made his own Jiffy. And I remember the Peter on there, and it's called Jiffy. I said, no. Since we started this company, it's always been called Jif. So who in the hell went back in time and changed that?
Remembered him as having a tail because all monkeys have tails. Well, we were wrong. Check it out.
Music is my truth, so destiny.
What? No, he has a tail. Monkeys have tails. I remember Curious George swinging on trees with his tail. I remember having a Curious George stuffed animal with a tail because I'd wrap it around my finger and throw it around. No, I just looked it up on Google Images and this is the toy that I found. No tail. But then this came out. This is a picture that somebody posted years ago, and it's of them playing a game at a birthday party called Pin the Tail on Curious George. So why would they make a game called Pin the Tail on Curious George if you didn't have a tail? Especially that game. That looked like a game put out by the creators of the show. So is that a mistake, or is that just more proof that that alternate universe did exist? And every month, more and more of these things are coming out. More and more proof, more and more evidence. Because yes, maybe it is possible that we all switched into a parallel universe. And a bunch of little things changed. But I feel like if you switch constantly, like if people keep going back and forth between time, there's going to be little loopholes. There's going to be little things that didn't change, or little things that got missed. And I feel like that's what's happening. Because I keep seeing more and more people find proof that it's real. So let me know down in the comments, are there any Mandela effects that I didn't talk about that you guys know of? Are there things that you remember that didn't actually happen? Did you always think it was Berenstein Bears? I'm very, very curious what you guys have to say on this. And I'm just excited
to see go start it!
Because I feel like slowly but surely it's starting to unravel. And we're going to see the truth. And I'm really excited to see what that is. Alright you guys, that is my video for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want me to keep making conspiracy theory videos, please give me a thumbs up so I know. And also subscribe to my channel right down below because I make new videos every single day. And if you want to see all my other conspiracy theory videos or creepy videos, I'll put a link to a playlist right at the top of the description below. Alright you guys.
Okay. Alright guys. Now, do you guys see what I'm saying? Now, the thing about it, is definitely subscribe to his channel because the guy's awesome and he's been there. But what made me bring this video to you guys because that freaked me out. And the one thing that really freaked me out, the Mandela, I really don't. That freaked me out, but I really don't know too much about Mandela. I know a little bit, but that freaked me out. That's real. But the one thing I do know, I know about that peanut butter.
No.
I know about that peanut butter. And that peanut butter Jiffy, I remember. Like I said, I remember when I was... I can remember...
There's some gas in there. I give it to him.
Yeah, it's gas in there. But I remember when I was Peter Pan for Halloween. And I remember when Jiffy made his own peanut butter, Peter Pan. And I remember that. I remember that can, so I remember it. Because I remember tapping my mom, probably because I was so little, like on her to fix that peanut butter. And I remember that can, man. I remember looking at that Peter Pan on it, and it had Jiffy. So that's why I was like, whoa, man. Benjamin. In the house again with another one. Pow.
I'm extra here.